statement now from the Palestinian president, Mahmoud Abbas. He's released a statement online saying he strongly condemns the assassination as a cowardly act and a dangerous development. He also called on Palestinians to unite and be patient and steadfast in the face of Israeli occupation. Al Jazeera Nour Odeh joins us live again from Ramallah. That's in the occupied West Bank. So, Nour, we've got that response from the Palestinian president, Mahmoud Abbas. Tell us a bit more about what he's been saying and the official PA response.
Yes, well, the Palestinian president wasting no time to issue that statement, calling this a cowardly act, a political assassination, and also treating Ismail Haniyeh as a senior a national political figure, not just as a senior figure or the head of the Hamas political wing. We heard those same sentiments echoed by the Secretary General of the PLO's Executive Committee, Hussein al-Sheikh, and we also heard from all Palestinian factions declaring a general strike across the occupied West Bank. This is a moment where, all political differences are set aside, and Palestinians who've seen and experienced political assassinations in the past decades know very well that targeting or singling out one faction does not mean that anyone is immune, and they've seen that play out throughout the past decade. So a very somber moment, very sad moment for Palestinians. The public opinion here views Ismail Haniyeh as a very prominent, very influential political figure, one that represents a different front from the more acquiescent, the more willing to talk, and perhaps even, be subjected to outside diktats. The expectation, of course, is that this attack, this assassination would give rise and would strengthen the more hardline positions in Palestinian politics. Palestinians see that Israel has a zero-sum approach to the events going on right now and to the war in Gaza. They are not just targeting military figures in Gaza, they're targeting the head of the Hamas movement, someone who's known to be a purely political figure, someone who's known to be pragmatic, willing to talk, trying to open pathways to dialogue around the world, visiting various capitals. We've already heard from the Foreign Ministry of Turkey and Russia commenting about this assassination. So that gives you an idea of the kind of engagement Ismail Haniyeh had on the world stage as well.
Yeah, Nour, and it's important you talking about the issue of Palestinian unity at this specific moment. Abbas talking about Palestinians coming together, putting political differences aside for now anyway. I mean, so how significant is his death, and what does this mean then for Palestinian unity, given those divisions that you've talked about between Hamas and Fatah?
Well, it would present an opportunity, one might dare say, for Palestinian factions to find a different path forward. We know that over the past 17 years, Palestinian factions have failed to put aside their differences, to reach a unity agreement and to unify their political system. There was a recent attempt in Beijing. A declaration was issued about the need to form a consensus government and to work towards holding elections and renewing the Palestinian political system once the war on Gaza is over. But there was very little expectation that that declaration would be translated into action. This assassination might give all actors an opportunity to kind of move forward and rise to the occasion, if you will. Of course, everybody has to wait for the mechanisms within Hamas to come into play, to replace through their own mechanisms the Ismail Haniyeh, the head of the political, the Politburo, the political wing of the movement, but certainly an opportunity for a different path forward.
Nour, let me get a final thought from you, because I think this kind of encompasses all of what we've been talking about all morning. I mean, despite the political differences, does this, do you think, harden the resolve of Palestinians across the occupied territories, Gaza and the West Bank?
Yes, one of the ironies of Palestinian politics is that politicians are fractured. Public opinion and the wider public isn't. There is consensus among Palestinians that the only way forward is unity, that the only way forward is to defend against what Palestinians view as an existential threat by Israel by way of either genocide, direct genocide in Gaza, or ethnic cleansing and land grab here in the occupied West Bank, and certainly the barring of the right of return for Palestinians in exile. So that's why I was talking about an opportunity for politicians to kind of redeem themselves and join the rank and file of Palestinian public opinion that wants to see a unified political system, in confrontation or in defense of Palestinian existence, and in defiance of the Israeli agenda that seems to only want absolute surrender from Palestinians rather than dialogue or a political solution at this point.
All right, Nour Odeh, live for us there in Ramallah in the occupied West Bank. Nour, for now, thank you. We'll
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.